What is up, everybody? Today's video, we're going to be talking about some pretty fun things, actually. The first thing is I found, while doing some deep diving, information on Season 3 and some ways to find the teaser trailer early. We've also got some coaching changes in the RLCS, and a big esports organization from Brazil picks up a team. What is up, everybody? Lawler here, your inside source for all things Rocket League. Today's video, as I mentioned, I'm going to be talking about three separate things. First one going to be about Season 3 coming to Rocket League, as Season 2 is about to wrap up. We've also got talks about a coaching change where a coach from North America is going over to Europe. And we've also got a Brazilian org picking up a pretty high-level team, one of the better teams, I would say, in the South America scene. Before we get into that, as always, if you guys enjoy the content, thumbs up, subscribe, hit notifications, turn all that stuff on. And links to everything I'm talking about. Description down below if you'd like to find more information out about it. So first things first, thing we're going to be talking about is Season 3. Recently, if you guys didn't see in my video yesterday, I talked about the Llama event, or the Llama Rama, whatever the heck it is. And while doing some deep diving, and this is something that I recommend for a lot of you as well, is anytime Rocket League posts information about updates or collaborations or anything like that, sometimes they leave out some pretty pertinent information to the post. I usually try to, when I do this stuff, is go to the other sources. So for this circumstance, it's a collaboration with Fortnite. So I went over to the Fortnite news site where it details it and actually got a little bit more information. This also applies as well to the greater side of like the news. When I am looking at stuff, I tend to try to Google what I am looking for. And then I find other articles with people covering, because sometimes those press releases get a bit more information. In this circumstance, I am looking at Epic Games' website, and under their news section for Fortnite, they talk about the Llama Rama event and earning rewards in both Fortnite and Rocket League, yada, yada, yada. And then eventually when you scroll down and you look at the different rewards, it tells you the rewards that you get for the different challenges. So we now know the specifics of every single challenge for the Llama Rama event. Challenge 1 is called Beyonder, where you can get a DJ Yonder topper. Challenge 2, you get a player anthem Llama Bell. Challenge 3, you get an Octane decal, just DJ Yonder. Challenge 4, you get the Umbrella Royale wheels. Challenge 5, you get the Extraordinary title. And then Challenge 6, you get 20k XP. So it tells us exactly what the challenges are, which was not detailed in the other post. And then it also tells us that there is no like golden egg reward that is going to be happening this time. The thing that caught my attention though was in the second part of it is there is going to be a concert from Cascade. Fortnite is notorious for doing in-game events and in-game promotional content with music artists and stuff like that, and usually they pull pretty good numbers. But Cascade is going to be performing his new EP Reset in-game in Fortnite, and then after the concert, these concerts are Friday, March 26th, Saturday, March 27th in the morning, and once in the afternoon. But after the concert is over, at the very bottom, it talks about seeing the reveal of Rocket League Season 3. So stay tuned after any Cascade showing for an exclusive first look at Rocket League's official Season 3 trailer. See what the upcoming season is about as we get ready to say goodbye to Season 2. So it talks about all this stuff in a post that was not put out in the Rocket League Psionics post. Which is kind of unfortunate. It's like this information is, I think, really important, letting people know like ahead of time, like, yo, Season 3 is coming. This is the theme. If you guys haven't seen the image or haven't seen my tweet, I pinned it in yesterday's video as the top comment. But it's got like a racing theme, checkered flag and stuff like that as the backdrop with Season 3. I actually think it looks pretty sick. So these are the kind of things I wish they would detail in their post for Rocket League, because it pertains to us more than it does Fortnite. It makes me lead to believe that in the next couple of days here, if they are doing this preview post concert, I don't know if on March 26th they're also going to have that trailer come out. That is my assumption, is that trailer is going to come out on Rocket League socials on the 26th to preview the upcoming season, but you can also get a preview of it, I guess, after the concert. I don't know if they're going to do both at the same time. I'll be keeping my eye on that just to see if this will come over and they're like, hey, for anybody in Fortnite, here's teasers for Rocket League stuff. Maybe you guys will go over and play. And then Sonics will just post it for normal for the Rocket League people. Or if it is an exclusive thing for people that play Fortnite, and a lot of Rocket people don't find out about this. So I'm curious to see on how that one plays out. The 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern is when it's supposed to happen in Fortnite. I will try to get that trailer for y'all so y'all can see it when that does come out. Moving over into RLCS specific news, we've got Rix.gg. For those that don't know, Rix.gg has obviously changed up their roster quite a bit, but something different is they actually, right before the grid started this past week, ended up changing their coach. Rix has had some polarizing results, to say at best, and bringing in JG from Kansas City Pioneers. Kansas City Pioneers did release JG, and they brought in Hopsu as their new coach, JG, after about a week or so of not having a team, ends up finding a replacement. So congrats to him getting a new roster. In the press release, it talks about his credentials and what he did for Kansas City Pioneers and stuff like that, and how he is wanting to bring a North American Rocket League playstyle with the mechanical flair of the current team. In the press release, it also talks about how their former coach is welcome to explore other opportunities. Everyone at Rix.GG would like to thank them for their dedicated service to the organization and helping the roster get to where they are today. Jamie Lewis, their founder, ends up then also talking about, we always strive to make positive changes for our players, and we can't wait to see how James aligns up for the grid. Our former coach has been a respected coach and valuable member of our community, and we wish him all the best. The manager for Rocket League says JG7 has created a great amount of success for himself with Kansas City Pioneers in the past few months, and having him on board is another big step for us. We feel like the prospect of taking the best elements from EU and NA will allow us to continue to grow in a dominant force in Rocket League, which again, that's what every team wants. They want the ability to strive and move forward. And honestly, so far, so good. Looking at the grid results, almost an immediate turnaround, whether that is the implementation of the new coach or the players having a newfound love and just that new energy. Who's to say? But either way, excited to see Rix.GG progress in a positive light. Last but certainly not least, I know not too many people pay attention to the South America scene or the OCE scene, but this one I think does get a lot of attention. For those that do not know, there is a Brazilian esports organization by the name of Furia. They are quite large, very big, and focused on Counter-Strike, and they have picked up one of the teams from South America. One of the top 2, top 3 teams in the region by the name of Novus Aevi, which used to be the L Evans team, has recently been picked up by Furia. You got King Card, Kyle, and Tandrig being picked up, and this is kind of what they're hoping for. I've talked to some of their players and stuff in the past about leaving Elevens and hope for a better opportunity and someone that was more intrinsic to the game. And no slight at L Evans by any means, but you could definitely tell the inexperience was there. Coming as a new organization with traditional backgrounds, Furia is a team that has been in the esports scene for quite a while. Originally, they were founded in 2017, but a large emphasis on Counter-Strike, and hopefully being involved in one of the best esports in the world is also going to allow them to bring that into Rocket League and add some legitimacy even more so to South America. Obviously, these other regions don't get enough credit, and I think a lot of the reason why is the rosters do change so much. I mean, you're talking one of the teams went through like 4 different names, and it just makes it super complicated. So when you have big backing, it does create a little bit more legitimacy, and it forces the players to, if there is small little issues, to kind of overlook those for the bigger goal. So I do think this is a team that'll stick together for quite a while. They've had the same iteration of this roster quite a few times, but importantly, I think it provides the guys a pretty good chance. It looks like they are at a team house. I don't know if this was a facility or a team house that Novus is now being put into based upon the Furia team, but either way, let's take a look at the trailer.
Ô, nós podíamos fazer algo da hora, né, mano? Pode pôr, né? Tá mó tédio. Mas o que a gente pode fazer? Sei lá, uma parada da hora. Ah, tá mó paia, mano. Tem que ser algo mais da hora.
Não, tá muito chato isso aqui. Vamos arrumar outra coisa.
Side of things. Another shot, maybe straight down and in for Kyle. Scores for Loki.
Kyle starts it off with a huge hit above the net.
Loki off the back wall. Tender, maybe one more. Holy smokes, Tender! What a Tender! What a go-ahead goal in Game 4!
Fala, rapaziada. Eu sou o Gabriel, mais conhecido como Card, e eu cheguei aqui na Fúria pra fazer acontecer.
E rapaziada, meu nome é Caio, mais conhecido como Caio TV1, e agora eu sou Fúria.
Fala galera, eu sou o Enzo, mais conhecido como Thunder. Acabei de chegar na Fúria e vou trazer muito título para nossa torcida.
A Fúria agora está também no Rocket League. Mais diversão, mais adrenalina e mais competição. Claro, com o DNA dos campeões. Sai da frente que agora é a vez da fera, porque aqui é Fúria, rapá. E é também Rocket League. Fúria!
Again, congrats to Furia on their announcement. Excited to see how things go now that they've got backing yet again. That is going to wrap it up for this video of your Rocket League news. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop those down below. Mailbag coming up sometime here in the next couple of days. I also have a very big announcement. Right now it is pending fair use issues, and we'll see how that goes, but I am really excited to announce this thing. It has been a process that I've been wanting to do for about 2 years now. A year and a half we've been working on it, and it's finally possibly coming to fruition in a way I didn't think it was going to. So when that happens, I'm excited to let you guys know. I hate doing announcements of announcements, but I want you guys to know something big is coming on my behalf, and I am very excited to tell it to you all. So with that said, if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, if you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. Let me know anything down below, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.